Okay, alright. So I'm going to change over to the gameplay cam in order to see again the same playmat. Did they not change the playmat or is it the same dude?
No, somebody else.
Somebody, but I think maybe also even from that playgroup. That's hilarious. Okay,
Can you just let me scooch through?
Yeah.
Right, so we have Felix, who's on Jund. He was up 1-0 in the first game. And then let me just quickly see who he's playing against. But this is actually the win and in for top 8, I believe.
Oh my god, okay.
So we have Felix, and he's playing Tuomas.
Felix on top?
Felix on top, yes. So this is game 2.
Okay.
We have Tuomas, who started off with, it looks like an Urza Saga into just insanity. Like, I see a lot of constructs up here. Yeah.
Felix versus Tuomas.
Yes. So many artifacts. Was that a crucible? Not a crucible, a converter. He has the monarchy for some reason. Might have been a palace jailer involved there. And then he has 2 constructs that are beating down.
Is on what deck?
Tuomas, I am honestly not sure. I don't see it here.
Okay.
So far, I've only seen artifacts. But I think Tuomas' deck list we did not get to see. Felix, I can tell you, is on Jund. That's my Jund homie.
I see.
We were talking a lot and tinkering about what exactly he should be bringing. Well, actually, not so much this time.
Okay, what? We'd see. I mean, he can't be on 0 lands, right? That just doesn't seem correct.
Like his Urza Saga, he had an Urza Saga that went away, right?
Yeah.
He has this Mox. And then he must have had one other mana source, no? To make the constructs.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Do you know their standings, by the way?
Expedition map, yep. I can check that.
Yeah.
So Felix is on 3-1-1, Tuomas also 3-1-1.
3-1-1.
So that's 3 wins, a loss, and a draw each.
And then Felix up there
Yeah.
on 3-1-1.
I mean, the positive news for us, even though it's probably negative news for Felix, is that this game is currently looking slightly favored, I think, for Tuomas, which might get us a game 3.
Who's a game up? Is it Felix?
It's Felix. Felix
Okay.
is a game up.
Let me check real quick what the land situation is. Because I feel like there is something untapped there.
Yeah. I'll also try and see if I can work Gary on strange setup here to remove blue and white and make this the proper Jund colors. And then for player B, let's just activate all the colors because we don't know.
Yeah.
No, that's wrong. Oh, we're currently asking what the deck name is. That seems important to know.
He calls it 5-color Scapeshift Lands.
5-color Scapeshift Lands. So 5 colors correct.
It's 5 colors correct.
Interesting that out of 5-color Scapeshift Lands, we've currently only seen artifacts. So, in a way, you're getting your dream.
Again! Like we're going from artifact combo to battlebots. 5-color
Scapeshift Lands.
He also said that with the most like
so much conviction.
No, with a grin of like I call it. Scapeshift.
I've made a little brew and I call it 5-color Scapeshift Lands.
So yeah, this looks like it will be the win and in possibly for top 8 with the smiley face. Great. And honestly, this is the kind of content that you come here for.
Yeah. So we
do have an active Barogoyf. Let's maybe get Barogoyf up on screen here.
And also a
Is that a Keenite Curator?
That is a Keenite Curator. So Barogoyf, our friend, and most important part here is that it's a Death Touch lifelinker, and that when Barogoyf hits, you mill, and then you get a creature card from among them.
Yeah.
He just becomes big, and then we have Keen-Eyed.
The Skoos of the Zoomers.
The The Skoomers?
Well,
Maybe not.
yeah. This one,
it's a card that exists.
it's a classic junk card. Like this is, I think for some people replace Skoos, some people run both. I believe Felix is on both. And this is just the kind of card that you see because Reanimator is such an insane deck in the meta, right? Like,
are we Tainted
as many
Pact
Skoos as possible.
It's giving Tainted Pact.
It's giving Tainted Pact vibes. You're saying
He's just milling, but he might have
stopping on a Pyrogoyf on end step. Oh, is that a D? Oh, he Tainted Pacted and put away DT.
Yeah.
That's funny.
So
Wait,
that's
that was on? No, okay, it was on his turn. So now he gets to Pyrogoyf. He is at 2 life.
He drew for the Monarchy. He's on 2 life.
He is on 2 life.
I mean,
he
those
does have the Pyrogoyf hit.
the constructs.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Yeah.
5.
Yes, I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Oh, and wow, this is a tight game actually. Because
Yeah,
especially
this is very tight.
not the Baragorf, the
Pyrogoyf.
Pyrogoyf is going to hit for 5.
Smart attacking with the Barrogoyf first to possibly mill some more types so that the Pyrogoyf can get in a bigger hit. I'd be
What is
really
that
interested to see what Tuomas's game plan is in general, because this this just looks like artifacts, right? Okay, we've got a big Pyrogoyf that is going to take out one of those constructs,
Yeah. And
leaving him with 2 blockers for this backswing, and now it looks like Tuomas has to find something.
Yeah, but he does have a, I mean, if he's on lands,
He's going to convert.
I
I believe that costs 2 mana.
Yeah, he has the lands on the bottom.
Oh,
and
right,
tap
I
the
see,
top
those
control.
are
So he has 3
basically-
lands in play.
Okay, but those just weren't on camera. All right.
Yeah, let's get the converter.
The currency converter, also known as the toaster.
Yes, certainly toaster shaped.
You put
And
something
you put
in,
something in, and you
then
get something out.
The toast comes back out. So what the toaster does is you can pay 2 to draw 1 and discard 1. That is actually just like one part of the card, because the second part of this card is whenever you discard a card, instead of putting that in your graveyard, you can exile it, and then you can cash it in for the piece of toast. So you can put an exiled card from Currency Converter into your graveyard, and if that was a land, you get a treasure. If it was a non-land, you make a 2/2 rogue. So this is a really nice card for grinding value. It turns dead cards into action.
Yeah.
It gives you treasures if you're lacking mana. It just deals with a lot of like uncomfortable situations for you, and it's very annoying for, like, for example, a mid-range opponent if you keep making a 2/2 rogue every turn.
But even like especially a control deck who has a hard time interacting with your artifacts.
Yeah,
And then
exactly.
you're just like, well, I have this 1 mana card that will just always be pooping out 2/2s.
Yeah,
And
for sure.
Curiously enough, he decided to ditch a stained glass Gear Hulk?
Bright glass.
Bright glass Gear Hulk.
Probably
which
just
he-
not having the mana to cast it. I mean, that green he does have. That's a commercial district and a top.
And then he needs white. I think he
But-
might have a white source. And
I mean,
and
he does have the mox, so...
Yeah, which is why I'm very curious that he
Interesting,
did
yeah.
shit.
Interesting decision.
We have discussions going on the field.
Hands are being thrown.
Hands are, I mean, not thrown yet. Yeah. But hands are being gestured.
Hands are being waved, for sure, yeah. It looks like we have a judge call. I can hear the dulcet, soothing sounds of Anna's voice, I think,
Yes.
through the door. We're trying to listen in.
We're trying to listen in right now, which is why we're so quiet. We're trying to...
Checking
we're trying to,
Pyroglyph or Koiv types.
yeah. So he's actually at 6 power.
Okay. But it was still enough to kill the construct.
For sure.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Let me see
Okay.
if I can get Anna's commentary on that judge call. I know, it wasn't even a judge call.
Okay.
Anna wasn't around. The soothing voice was actually probably Benny.
Oh,
Beautiful. So we storming. With
Thinking
our
real
brain.
hard about this one.
Very hard.
Yeah.
Even so hard that 3 cards manifest into our hands, but like not hard enough that we can keep them.
Yeah, this game has really turned around. I think Tuomas was in a great position with attacking with some big boys, and John did what John does: represent. Did play a Barogoyf and then a keen-eyed curator, which the keen-eyed has been absolutely irrelevant, but could also at any point decide to shrink the own Goyfs to make that a 7/7 trample if the Goyfs were to be blocked, but the keen-eyed not.
Yeah.
Does have the mana open for that next turn. And yeah, I think Tuomas has to put up something real good here. Otherwise, the Barogoyf is going to keep gaining life,
but
which
it
stabilizes the situation. And
it is a back and forth. Yeah. We've seen Felix play a card, Tuomas play a card. I'm still very curious about the ditch on the Brightlands Gearhulk, which implies to me that like there must be something going on in Tuomas's hand.
Yeah,
he's currently on what looks to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lands. He's swinging in.
Plus the Mox. He's swinging in. Okay, maybe something like a balance or...
So tell me, why is that Mox tapped? We don't know. We don't know.
Couldn't tell you if I wanted to.
That's fine.
Swinging in, okay.
He's jumping?
Okay, jumping, sure.
I do want to point out also that we are
maybe hoping for the Pyroglyph to block so he could balance.
We are we have two players here who both have already drawn a game.
Yeah. They really want to avoid that
they really
draw.
want to they want to win.
Yeah.
So Felix really wants to get this because otherwise this looks like a draw because we only have 15 more minutes on the clock.
An interesting attack as well. So he attacks, chumps with the Keen-eyed, and now looking at lethal on board. So Tuomas has to magic something into existence with at instant speed even. And I'm very curious to see what it is. He could possibly be on Ink Shield, could he? What is that? That is an Inti?
It is an Inti. Sorry, I'll just bring up Ink Shield because I think that's...
I mean, you were just saying he has 5 mana.
He does have 5 mana.
That smiley face next to the 5-color Scapeshift Lands make me think
of
there is some spice in this.
Yes.
Imagine you get Ink Shielded, dude. Just imagine it. Inti Seneschal of something.
Inti... There you go.
That's a Terminus, okay. So that's what he set up with the Brainstorm, is he drew a card, he got to draw a card with the Toaster and Terminus those away. And now Felix, that's got to feel bad having played the Inti beforehand. Be interesting to see what the two of them have in hand still, because now we have an active converter that's going to be making a dude every turn. And now the onus is back on Felix.
Felix does have the Monarchy?
Does have the Monarchy. Okay, that's it, right. So that's why he trumped with the Keen-eyed as well. Aside from saving life total,
There is also a.
There's a witch's cottage.
No, what is this called again? It's not a witch's cottage. It's
a restless cottage.
Okay.
I know my cards. I do know my John cards.
You know your John. They're restless cottage, which is decently good at also getting back the.
I mean also just beaten down, you know.
Yeah. Because we are still at 8 to 9 live, so 2 swings of this restless cottage and them fetchlands aren't working anymore.
That's true. I love that that's what you're thinking about.
Not that is, but I think another curious bit that is we
Field of the Dead.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is getting ugly now for
Felix. Because we now have 2 things that just generate random 2/2s.
Yeah, that's right. So Field of the Dead, if you want to pull that one up, says if you have 7 different lands in play, every time that you make a land drop, you get to make a 2/2 black zombie creature token, untapped even. So it's great at blocking. Works magnificently well with fetch lands. And we have, the Dryad of the Elysian Grove for the extra land drop this turn. I'm not sure if he actually was able to make that extra land drop to get a 2/2 already, but definitely a commanding position for him now.
Oh, there's the land drop, and it is a fetch land. So he can get 2 2/2s. And also, with our Dryada de los Bosques Elysios. Let's get that in.
What do you mean? No, let's get that in German.
In German, exactly. Die Rade des elysischen Hains.
Yes.
As we can obviously see, is that Länder, die du kontrollierst, haben zusätzlich zu ihren anderen Typen alle Standardlandtypen.
Yeah, safe.
Safe. Which means that if he does manage to get a Valakut into play, with all of his lands being mountains, the Valakut is immediately online.
Yeah.
And also just, as the kids say, bussin'.
Do you reckon he is even on Scapeshift for Valakut? Because like Field of the Dead does a great job of that as well, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because I think in like 5-color ones, I do wonder how much are you sacrificing by having to play so many mountains? Because I don't think red is the color you're most interested in playing. You want a bit of a splash for that Renin 6, for that maybe Valakut exploration.
Look at the Bright Glass Gearhulk, right? You don't want to have all your lands be red for and then play Bright Glass Gearhulk. And we do see. No, only one of his cards is actually, there's only a plateau that is a red source, if I can see that correctly.
But it looks like he didn't play the Field of the Dead yet, so maybe playing that next turn only. Okay.
Oh, we have
some kind of
terminate
removal spell. Okay, that's a terminate. Yeah, that's the sorry, that's the newer art.
Yeah, that's the Sun Titan dying.
It's neither the Wayne Reynolds, which would be a very good choice, as that is one of my favorite Magic artists, but it also not is the original. It is the
I'm sure.
I don't know from when this. No, that's the Wayne Reynolds.
That's the Wayne Reynolds. You're Wayne Reynolds.
I'm a Wayner.
You Wayner. There. It's the Sun Titan. All's Sun. Sorry.
Lucas Graciano.
All Suns must set. I think
that
is pretty
dope flavor text.
It's pretty metal.
You know. Oh my god, what has happened on Felix's board? He immediately has like 5 things.
Okay, we looked away once.
He looked away once, so he killed the Dryad. Then he got in with the cottage.
Yeah, which is why there's a food.
Which is why there is a food.
Is that a grief?
No, that looks like endurance to me.
Yeah, that's endurance.
Okay, going to 1.
We're still in it.
Still in it. Fetch lands turned off. All right, let's go. Let's hope our internet is still there. Endurance, it's spelled with a different letter.
Different letter.
That might be an endurance.
Can I pull up the funny cards?
No, it's one of the special guests ones, I think.
Oh, the special guest ones?
Yeah. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, yeah, it's this one. Okay. Yeah. So we have, thank you. We have a 2/2 that can jump. We have.
I mean, we'll have 2 things that are attacking.
No, the Field of Felix is in play.
It is in play, yeah, but he didn't have
1,
a 2/2 previously.
3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, because he doesn't have 7 different lands.
That's what I meant. Like he was on 6 lands last turn, I think. Okay, we got a Preordain.
Preordain.
Maybe looking for a land.
Which of course is like, there's also land in the converter.
Actually, best land would probably be a Surveil land, to be honest. That gets you a zombie and it gets you a discard to put into the toaster.
Surveil doesn't put into toaster.
But it puts into... Oh, right. The toaster just says when you discard, not when you put it into graveyard. Gotcha.
Always
That's
discard.
my bad.
Anyways, the best land that you could draw is probably Scapeshift.
That's a very good
pretty
land.
Good land. Yeah. That's a pretty good land. I think he bottomed. I didn't quite look.
What do you think about Mazavith? Do you think he might be on Mazavith or Glacial Chasm?
I thought about Glacial Chasm. Like as an out, but he's also on 1 life.
He's on 1 life. He's on Field of the Dead.
And
so that one I don't like. So that's why I feel like Mishra's
Workshop. Yeah, no, I love Mishra's Workshop.
Shut up, you artifact. Build. Mazavith.
I think Mazavith is a good thing to find here, just because he has 1 blocker. He can probably generate a bunch of blockers. Speaking of generating a bunch of blockers. He's attacking?
That's got to be another like board wipe or something. Oh, that's the Inish. Okay.
By Inish you mean Monarchy, but yes.
Whatever, man. So you don't even know how the initiative works.
I still don't know. I'm very proud of that.
Speaking of the initiative, I was talking with Felix and he did end up cutting
Thoughtseize.
Okay. Interesting.
Finding a land? Oh my god, it's a Scalding Tarn. Sorry, I don't want to smack you. I just smack you because I'm excited about
he bolted him. Or?
No, he Thoughtseized himself, finding a Scalding Tarn. Or in response, he's cruising.
Wait, what? What is happening?
So he played a Thoughtseize.
Yeah.
I think just finding a Scalding Tarn in the hand of Tuomas.
Yeah.
And then Tuomas activated his... oh my god.
What?
Wait,
Okay.
what?
Bolting.
So it's chain lighting his face? Okay, they were just goofing around.
Yeah, okay, so
They were just goofing
he
around.
chain lightning his face and in response got lightning bolted in the face and then died. So looks like a win for John, baby. Let's go. I'm confused by the end of that. Let's see if we can get Felix in here to clear all of that up.
I think it was basically chain lighting into the. He thought he's in order to see if the path is clear.
Gotcha.
Then chain lighting into the face. In response to that, Tuomas was like, "Okay, let me just cycle."
What if I
found a bolt in order to
right. Does it not counter the bolts?
if they meet.
Incredible.
You never cross the beams.
You never
cross the beams. Never cross the bolts. Okay, shall I get Felix in here?
Yeah, let's get Felix in here.
I think I'm gonna take a little, just step
Sure,
outside.
I can talk to Felix.
You, John friend.
I'll tell the people about John.
Yeah.
The people who need to know about John. Let me find the other scene. There we go, we're back. Alright, and I immediately closed the tab. And guys, I'm so professional. Alright. Yeah, absolutely interesting game there. I'm super glad that we got to see the end of it. And I think we got to get the download from Felix as to what the beginning of that looked like, because that was truly like Artifact Tribal, then hanging in there with the Barrowgoyf, and looks like, oh no, it's a game.
It's he wants to have a break.
Oh, he wants to have a break. All right, that's totally cool as well. Is gonna be in top 8 now as
It's
well.
gonna be in top 8.
It's gonna be in
John
top
in
8.
top
We got John in top 8. All right.
Yeah. Damn.
Super understandable. I mean, it's been a long day for these
It's
guys.
been a long
as well.
day for you.
He's been slugging it out. I'm sure, like, John's definitely not a deck that wins super.
I mean, he has been in a draw.
quickly. Or
This was game 2.
this was
This is
game
game 2, and we are 5
So
minutes
he's
left on the clock.
5-1-1. That's really good. Really good showing.
Can we look at the standings actually
yeah,
right
let's
now?
look at the standings. Let's pull it up and see who's probably going to be leading the round here. I don't see standings available there yet. Okay.
I guess, I mean, so Dom is still Dom. Wait, let me ask Dom if he's.
Dom is still playing, I think. We still have Dom playing. Dom hasn't submitted his result yet. Very interesting. So yeah, at least right now it looks like Dom, Leon, probably Johnny, Stefan, Benjamin, Levin, Felix, Tuomas are currently, as of round 5, still placed the highest. We'll see how round 6 ends up affecting that. I mean, Felix did take Tuomas down a peg, and I already heard from Benjamin that he's made it into the top 8, so we've definitely... Let's think about what this means for archetypes in top 8. We've got Dom, who's going to be on Rakdos Converter, one of his like absolute decks that he pioneered. We just saw the Toaster and what kind of work he can do. Like, he really leverages that with a lot of discard. We have Leon, who's on 4-color blood. We saw him earlier, bash face, absolutely beautiful. We have, I think, Johnny on 5-color Scapeshift. Scapeshift we just saw there as well. Seems to be doing quite well, and that one is kind of like combo control oriented version. You cast some ramps and then you end up nuking them away with Scapeshift, and if that doesn't work, just play Pyrogoyf and it'll probably work out. We have Stefan, who we saw earlier. Let me just check what deck he was on again.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, what?
So, latest information is that we are going to take a 20-minute break.
Okay.
I
was just talking about what our top 8 looks like.
Nice.
Probably.
Yeah, so I know for sure fucking Benny.
Yeah, Benny
With-
on 5-color
With
living end.
5-color living end is top
In
8.
top 8.
He is very happy about that.
Yeah.
We see Johnny in top 8, who shows Johnny amounts of emotions about that.
Yeah.
And we have Dom in top 8.
Yeah.
And I think that...
Leon is a lock as well, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the rest I don't know.
And then I think what it looks like right now, at least as of round 5 standings, with these still to be wrapped up, would be Stefan, who was on his blue-black value.
Oh.
You know, if you remember that, like the animation game. Probably Levin on his blue-black reanimator, Felix on Jund, and then Tuomas on his 5 colors smirky face Scapeshift.
Who's also top 8, right?
Yeah, but I think that this last game might have pushed, is that Mikulash up into the spot after Tuomas.
Okay.
I think after that it's going to be difficult. Like, Hannes Landsberg also won, so he's 4-2. We have Mikulash, who's on 5-1. It looks like 5-1 is a safe in. 4-1, I'm not so sure about what those look like, but yeah, I think a few names that we can be sure of: Dom, Leon, Benjamin, and now Felix, I think.
Yeah.
And gonna be very exciting to see what we end up with. I guess.
Yeah.
Do we have some final thoughts before we go into a kind of short break as well before top 8? Maybe we gotta get some food in ourselves.
Yeah,
as
we
well,
gotta.
guys.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
we gotta pretzel it up.
Pretzel it up. Oh, we got pretzel still.
We still got the pretzel.
I haven't taken a single bite of the pretz. Very interesting matchups. I think that we are for sure in the it's funny. We pulled out some people from the lower bracket in order to watch them, and it's for sure the combo deck.
Yeah.
And a classic aggro rampy strategy. All of the top decks are some sort of grind out. I think.
Yeah.
I think the red deck wins also have kind of tripled out of the top 8.
Yeah.
Like they're not in there anymore. I think we have okay, with the exception of Living End, which is like
that one is
that
true
one
combo. That's a special deck.
It is a special deck.
It's like not even on the metagame.
It is
it's just so different.
It's and I think really props to Benny for I think piloting this one.
Yeah.
At least for our format, because I haven't seen a single person on this or talking about it at all. Especially because it's so out there.
Yeah.
So props.
100%.
It is. If that's gonna be the champion,
you would be happy about that.
I don't even know. Like, because it's like no hate on random combo weird decks, right? Like I am
you are the random combo weird guy.
Exactly.
You're the gremlin in the corner.
I am the gremlin in the corner, but it's such a.
Oh, that's turns.
That's turns. It's such a curious deck to pilot. Like I would love to pilot myself. The decision points seem so wacko.
Yeah.
Like, and then it is, you literally play roulette, right? You literally go like, let's see what we hit, and bloop, 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 bloop. I think Throes of Chaos being a playable card in European Highlander is so funny to me.
Yeah.
It's so hilarious. And if we compare also this version of Cascade fun with Cascade deck that we've seen prominently on North 100, where Mr. Wheeler also
just Cascade into
slightest tangent.
Yeah.
If ContraPoints is mother, is Benjamin Wheeler father?
I'm not gonna get into that at this point.
Well, anyways, father has played the Cascade deck, and that was way more like
Inevitable Betrayal and the Time Walk one.
Exactly, and like getting 4/4 rhinos or whatever. Woo, a very different kind of target here from that deck versus what we're doing, which is cycle, Cascader.
I mean, he is like specifically on Cascade as well, right? This is Living End.
Yeah, I know.
That's what you want to find.
Yeah.
But I think we're getting into the weeds.
We are.
We'll be back soon
with
pretzels in our bellies
Yum.
energy to talk about the top 8 of this tournament. We're almost there. It's so close.
It is so
We're
close.
figuring out the last people that are gonna slay it and go in for the Willy Wills Wissen.
For the Willy
Mana games.
Willy will have listened.
Willy will have listened who
won the championships.
Yes.
All right, and with those beautiful words, thank you, Nemi. We will go into our break, and we'll see you back in about 15 minutes.
Yeah, 15, 20.
Yeah,
See you soon.
Bye-bye.